I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, oh man, oh man. It symbolizes just one thing to me, man. It's just a constant reminder of exactly how good God has been to me over the years. And I thank him for it too, because I realize every day that I wake up that I would be nothing without him. That everything I am that's any good in me, I owe to him. Now, have I made some mistakes along the way? Yep. Bunches and bunches. And will I continue to make mistakes along the way? Yep. Not as many, hopefully, as I have in the past, because a lot of stuff I know better now, but you're still going to make mistakes. Now, hopefully I've limited the amount of intentional errors in my life. I've wiped quite a few of those out. But from time to time, because we're human, we're going to make a mistake every now and then. The trick with it is, y'all, is not to let the devil deceive you into thinking that once you make that mistake, that's it. You can't do it. You've fallen off the wagon. You can't reboard it. That's the biggest trick that he uses. He makes you think that if you keep stumbling, that you can't run the race. It kind of reminds me of a marathon runner. From time to time, I watch him on TV, and you'll see some people who finish the race, in a nice pace. You see people finish the race sprinting towards the finish line. But every now and then you'll watch a marathon and you'll see a runner, and the runner is in really, really bad shape. The key is they finish the race. See, you don't get disqualified in the marathon because you stumble. They don't take your opportunity to finish the race because you keep falling. That's not the key. The key is finishing. And a lot of times what the devil does is he makes you think that because you keep stumbling, because you're swaying from side to side, that you out the race. Well, that's not the case. And in this thing called life, let me help you understand something. Everybody falls. Nobody sprints to the tape in this one. Nobody just runs free and clear. There's some people running faster than you and all like this, and some people going to get to the end before you. Let them go ahead. And when the end come, the end come. I ain't in a rush to get to the end. But in this race, though, when you're stumbling and you're falling, it's a part of it. No one gets through this race without stumbling and falling, swaying from side to side. So don't let the enemy deceive you into thinking that it's over. I try to be encouraging to people because I don't want people to get stuck on this thing, and my walk is very different from a lot of people's walks. And then I know a lot of people who walking in faith the way I'm walking in faith. But my thing in the morning is just to remind those that it's not a perfect walk, man, that it's not something that's set up where you're going to be skipping through life scot-free without any pitfalls. I keep saying it over and over and over again because, like I said, when I was in D.C., my boy Hondo said this to me, and it just kind of stuck with me, that the road to success is always under construction. You have to figure and count on the setbacks and the pitfalls, but it's those people that fight through will be the victors in the end. You cannot give up, man. Stop going somewhere and sitting down every time something goes down. It's going to go down. It's a part of it. It's going to happen. It's going to occur. There are going to be setbacks. If you go and sit down every time there's a setback, that's not how this works. It is designed that way. If success were easy, everybody would be successful. But success is just reserved for those who are willing to fight through, who refuse to settle for mediocrity, who want something more. Now, don't get me wrong. Success is defined by each individual. So what I may consider to be successful, you may not consider that. What Bill Gates considers successful, I might not consider. What Michael Jordan considers successful, I might not consider. What you consider successful, your boss might not consider. You have to define what that is for yourself. It may not be monetary at all. Your level of success could be tied up in community service. It could be tied up in family. It could be tied up in the church. Your level of success could be tied up in the boys clubs. It could be any number of things. Whatever your level of success is, you have to determine what that is. And the best way to determine that is to get in touch with your maker who created you, to find out what your mission and your purpose is so he can put you on track. I just had this conversation with my son, and we were talking about getting on the path that God has set up for you. So many times we find ourselves fighting through life because of so much uncertainty, because we have no idea where we're headed. It's like one of my sayings that I have at my mentoring camp for boys is that a boy without a male role model is like an explorer without a map. See, if you don't have a map laid out in front of you of where you're going, when you wake up every day, that pretty much explains the feeling of confusion, the lackadaisical attitude, the lack of purpose, the not understanding your mission, because you have not gotten in touch with your creator to find out exactly what your path in life is. What are you supposed to be doing? The moment you can identify that is the moment that you get started waking up with purpose, with the sense of direction, when you kill the sense of I don't know what's next or what to do. Now, there's going to be some confusing moments no matter what happens. There's going to be some uncertainty, but at least you'll know where you're going. So if you're tired of waking up feeling lost, abandoned, confused, don't know what to do, don't know what you're supposed to be doing, refer back to your maker. Because when he created you, he had a plan for you. When he created you, he had a path for you. Now, we've made some decisions to get off of both of those, the mission and the path, but God can get you right back on track. Do that today. Ask him what you're supposed to be doing. And listen, God has all the answers if you form the relationship, okay?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is upon us a new day, the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We are here grateful, full of joy, but mostly gratitude. Thanking him for another day, another opportunity, another shot. Come on, man. I sure appreciate the shot. The one and only Shirley Strawberry, the fabulous Carla Farrell, the loud, the resilient mouth of the South, Mississippi Monica, and Junior.
Ooh, this is funny to you, okay? This is tickling you, man.
What's tickling me, Junior?
Man, I've been married 5 days, and here you is just, I mean, come on, Unc. I need help. I don't need your laughter. I need help. I got
you
questions.
5 days in and need help?
Yeah.
Boy, this is good.
I'm telling you.
I's married now. Yeah, Junior. What you need help with, man? Go ahead.
Man, first of all, I'm struggling. Like, what's the first thing I'm supposed to be doing? I don't even know.
Oh, okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Everything.
All at once. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be doing.
I know your little dumb ass don't think it's just one thing. I know you ain't got into this trying to figure out what this one thing you need to do.
It
And
is.
then he's that.
Do you know what that one thing is, Junior?
No, like I don't even know what to do first. Like I look at it and then I don't do nothing. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Everything.
What?
Okay.
Get to doing. Shirley, don't sit there and act like I'm telling you.
I'm just worried about
Man,
him. I'm
something
worried about
that ain't
Junior.
right. Everything.
Give him an
Junior.
example, though. You saying
Yeah, like-
everything. He doesn't know what that is, Steve.
Okay.
First of all, you got to greet her in the morning. Then you got to make her feel beautiful. Then you got to make her feel appreciated.
True.
Then you got to make her feel wanted. Then you got to be of some assistance.
Yes.
Help her get her day started. Damn your day.
My day don't even count no more.
Well, let me tell you, it's two places in this race. It's first place and it's last.
I'm gonna be in last place the whole
You ain't
time.
ever in first.
Woo!
You better minister up in here.
Yeah.
I love Steve's marriage rules.
Oh, no.
Said you ain't ever in first. Okay.
No,
I'm
if
always
this
in
ain't
last.
what you want, just don't sign up for this right here. See, that's the problem with young men, though. Young men want to sign up for another arrangement. I don't know who told these fools that marriage is 50-50. It's not. It is
What
not
is it?
50-50. It's 85-15. And your ass got to 15.
Know that.
And get over there and like it.
Writing it down.
You know that little workstation you at right now, zooming on your radio show?
Right.
That's now your area.
Your man cave,
Wait a minute.
your office,
This all I got. This the
your
15.
den.
Go in there and lay claim to something else. Let me ask you something, Junior. Where your stuff at in the bathroom?
On one side,
In a corner,
in a corner, yeah.
packed in tight. She got all the rest of the counter space. right?
Everything up there.
Good.
Yeah.
That's my
85-15. You got 15% of that counter space, too.
All right. Hang on, Junior. Hang on. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll run that prank back with Junior in for the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now to start your morning off with the nephew, who is not here, but Junior is, and
Yeah.
it's time for Run That. All right, Junior, thank you. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO. Ready for your love questions. Steve Harvey is in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, South Africans are calling on Britain to return their stolen diamond in Queen Elizabeth's scepter. And in other trending entertainment news, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears' child molestation lawsuit has been dropped. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now it is time to ask the CLO Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey. All right, Donnie in Columbia says, I'm married to a lazy woman that hasn't had a job since 2015. I canceled her credit cards and gave her a prepaid Visa. She can't get a credit card on her own, so she runs out of money and gets angry with me. She's being very unreasonable, so I'm thinking about divorce. Can you think of a better solution?
You asking me?
Yeah, the CLO.
CLO?
Mhm.
CLO.
Chief
A
Love
man
Officer.
who has divorced twice?
Uh-huh.
Is there a better solution? No, you know how many
That's
times I've
experience.
asked that question? I've asked that question twice and came up with the answer was no.
You cannot come up with a better solution.
I didn't. Now, so let the human side of me speak now. That may be a better solution. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is not about you.
It's about him. But
Yes.
Shirley, all I can give you is my responses from my life experience. I can't.
I know.
I don't want to be hypocritical
Yeah.
and tell the man something that I was unable to do myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look, man, you can, okay, here we go, watch this here. You can sit down and try to have an open, honest, communicative conversation with your wife about her spending and everything. But I think the problem is you've labeled her as lazy.
Yeah.
And you're using a negative term to describe your wife. And I think you're unhappy with this and this
Wait,
finances.
excuse me. You missed Junior. What happened, Junior?
Negative terms.
Yeah, write all this down, Junior. Yeah, this is good.
Don't do that.
About your wife.
Go ahead,
Okay.
big dog. I'm
Negative terms. She lazy, all this here. So, bro, you have a dilemma, man. Because infidelity isn't the number one cause of failures in marriage. It's finance.
Yep.
And you're having that major struggle. And I don't know what to help you, man. Y'all have to meet halfway. If
Yeah.
the other person ain't willing to meet, I don't know, man. You have to weigh the odds out. But please don't. I've tried to find other solutions.
Yeah. Sounds like he wants her to get a job too, huh? All right. Moving on to Sapphire
Sounds
and
out to me.
Uh-huh. It does. It does. Sapphire in Little Rock says, my neighbor and I are friendly, but not friends. So when I started sleeping with her ex-husband, I didn't feel bad. She came to me, woman to woman, and said, I'm low down. Why won't women address the man in a situation like this? What?
I don't know.
Not Shirley and
You know
Barbara.
what?
Woman
Yeah.
to woman.
Wait a minute.
What?
Woman to woman.
Yes.
I
Have you
don't know.
ever?
Look, I don't know why women won't address the men in this. You know, she ended up divorcing her husband for a reason. She probably know how he is. It may have surprised her that you are the way you are. But that's not to say you did anything wrong. I think the problem is kind of what you're saying. Women want to find someone to blame for their failed relationships, and they always look outside. And you happen, and now you the reason. You know what I found? Whenever a man divorces a woman or breaks up with a woman, whoever the next woman is he involved with, somehow she becomes the reason. Oh, I bet you was talking to her when we, and no, that's not you. That's not always the case. It is sometimes, but when you
Yeah,
you
say
have
that.
you know, it is sometimes. But when you're in a failed relationship, look, man, it's a failed relationship. You can't look for the solution outside all the time. Sometimes it was just y'all were the wrong people at the wrong time. You know, you can pick the wrong one. And when you pick the wrong one, you know, he doing what he do. Now he just slept with your friend.
Yeah,
Why
the
she
girl's
low
friend.
down? Your ex-husband. Now, she
Neighbor.
was, you know, that's y'all friendly, but you ain't friends. How you doing, baby? How your husband?
Moving on to Phoebe in Charlotte.
Hey, Johnsons, how y'all doing? Hey, Mr. Johnson. All right now, keep showing concern. Boy, that's my favorite kid. Hey, Mr. Johnson. Hey, baby girl. How you doing today? All right now, keep showing concern. You're going to get yourself.
All right,
Well, I'll be
Phoebe in
hollering
Charlotte.
at you.
Phoebe in Charlotte says, I'm almost 60 and I smoke weed all day to keep me from cussing people out. All right, my new man has never smoked it before and he wants me to stop because he thinks it's disgusting. I can quit if I want to, but shouldn't he accept some of my flaws?
He don't have to. Y'all, learn this right here. The
All
saying,
day, though.
they have to accept me the way I am. No, they don't. I don't know who told y'all that, but you smoke weed all day.
All day.
All day.
Yeah.
Don't nobody
All
want
day.
your little junky ass.
All day.
Now,
But she says it keeps her from cussing people out.
if you need weed to keep from cussing people out, you need a whole lot more than weed.
Yes.
You need therapy. You need
It
to
mellows
change
her
your
out so she won't
environment.
go off, though. I guess.
Yeah, but see,
She's
you-
already
you're
set.
using something else to keep you from going off.
Mm-hmm.
When really it ain't that. Why don't you learn how not to go off?
And why are you 60 and still going off, though? Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and that's why you was available. Now you finna lose him. You finna be back out on the market again. That's why nobody wants you. And he gonna get rid of your ass.
Because he can't take all that smoke.
You might be sitting around nobody smoking weed all the time to your old ass.
All right,
Sit your
moving
ass
on.
down somewhere.
Last one, Steve. Adrian in McKinney says, my husband and I heard our 18-year-old daughter making out with her boyfriend by our pool. Surprisingly, my husband doesn't want to mention it to her. He said since she didn't, quote, go all the way, it's fine. I'm shocked that she was so bold, and I want to talk to her about it. Who's right, me or my husband?
Well, it's not a matter who's right or wrong. You have different viewpoints. Your husband don't want to discuss it with his daughter. He just don't. Now, you the mother, y'all got a different relationship. You probably can. But he don't want it. He just, you out there letting that boy, come on, what are you finna say? This is his daughter. You should go and talk to her if that's how you feel. You go talk to her. But he's not.
Yeah, but you can do
Okay.
it. Right.
I'm okay with that.
Hey, little girl. Because that's how I'm starting it off.
Yeah, but me and that little boy, we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
you all up here in my damn pool. You ain't got no pool money.
All right. Thank you, CeeLo. Great advice. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
According to the Black Information Network, calls are being made to the royal family to return South Africa's largest clear-cut diamond, the Great Star of Africa. The Cullinan diamond is currently mounted in the royal scepter belonging to the Queen. The diamond was mined in South Africa back in 1905, and the Great Star was handed over to the British royal family.
The scepter. It's a damn
Right.
cane.
Right.
But a scepter
Baton.
isn't a crown, is it? Is
No,
that
it's, you're
what a
right.
scepter
It's
is?
the baton,
It's the stick.
Yeah, the stick. You're right.
Yeah, a scepter is a stick. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Man, what a great gesture it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. People, when they commit a dastardly act, what they want you to do is wash it away and forget it. Slavery is a prime example. It's like you want us to act as though it never happened. You in
Right.
Texas trying to get it removed from the history books so you can
Lord.
feel clean. You don't want them to teach black history in this country. And you want everybody to forget it and walk away. But you keep reminding us that we were bought here as slaves. You don't put us in the Constitution. You don't allow us to participate in the Constitution openly and freely, all of us.
Our rights you want to take away.
And you want it to just be okay. Man, if I told you what the Roman Catholic Church owns in terms of property worldwide as a beneficiary of colonialization, understand? Just, I mean, man, just check yourself. Now, I'm glad Tiffany's cleared and all like that. There was no mention of Ari, but the case has been dropped against him too. So, they get to go on with their life, and hopefully that's the case.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Now, don't get cleared and then do something else stupid.
Yeah.
Don't come back with another skit now.
We've seen this before.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
the writer of Chocolate Factory, when he was acquitted the first time, if he would have just went somewhere and sat down, he would be free today.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you go back and do the same thing, you get acquitted of. All right.
Mystical.
OJ.
Man, bruh, come on, man.
What is
it's
going
like,
on?
what
Yeah.
the hell? How many warning shots you need?
Exactly, Steve. All right. Well, coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, why is laughter good for the soul? We'll
What?
talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we love us. We love being black. We know how we do. Steve, I know you've seen this video of the two guys laughing at the table. when
Man,
they're outside
you don't
eating.
understand, Shirley.
Yeah.
It's
Sitting at the
my,
restaurant.
this year
Uh-huh.
is my favorite video of the year.
Yeah.
The two big dudes laughing
Yeah.
at this outdoor place with this little bitty ass furniture that really ain't for them. That little wrought iron furniture set from IKEA.
Yeah.
When they start beating on each other laughing, and then the one fell, but the dude kept beating him, but his nickname is Sexy. Sexy! 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 Dog, the way them boys was leaning on each other laughing.
Yes.
See, I've laughed that hard before.
Yes.
I know that. It's so good for you, man. See, you know what, man? People don't realize what a laughter does, but a hard laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
First of all, laughter releases endorphins through your body that makes you feel better.
Yeah, that's true.
Endorphins are the basis behind drugs. They tap into that endorphin in a person's body, except illegal drugs take it way too far. Laughter you can actually live with laughter and make yourself a better person versus the drug that messes with your endorphins. But boy, laughter, man.
Come on, King of Comedy.
As a comedian, you know this.
Oh my God, man. I can't even tell you what it has been to me. It's like such a gift to have, to be able to make people laugh, because I actually have the ability to cheer myself up.
Yeah. That's it.
You know what I mean? I can turn some of these jokes inward. And I'm telling you, man, because I have a different sense of humor. So I have the ability to laugh at stuff that most people will not find funny.
Yeah.
And if I'm having one of those troubling days, and your ass could just be tag you in and don't even know why.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'll look at you and find something wrong with you and focus on it.
Man.
And be over here hollering. I'm talking about raking stuff off the table.
Like they were.
Man, let me tell you something.
Ground.
Hey, man,
How many times?
Hey,
How many
let me
times
tell
did you
something.
watch the video?
I've watched that video probably 30 times. I watched it last night because I got out of work late last night. It was dark. You know, I go to work in the dark. I get off it's dark. I was driving home, and a film crew was following me. And I just started playing that video of them two dudes laughing. And then I showed it to them. They were so tired, their ass couldn't laugh.
Now, coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we're going to check your voicemail. Call us 877-29-STEVE. We'll take your voice messages right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time now, guys, to check Steve's voicemail. And if you want to leave Steve a voicemail, a message, call him, 877-29-STEVE. Here we go, Steve. Get ready for this one. It's a caller from Texas, pretty racist, very upset about our discussion on voting.
We're in Texas. Listen to what y'all saying about all you black Republicans and blah, blah, blah. Y'all some racist. Like, you think voting for a hair-sniffing fool is going to benefit your race only? Even if that was true, you're racist completely. That's all I got to say.
Well, my reaction to you is real simple. If you think I'm racist, my comments are in reaction to what has been done and being done to us continually. And you're the bigger racist because you think we ought to be okay and content. And you want us to think the way you think. And if we don't think the way you think, accept your policy the way you write it out, then something wrong with us. No, it ain't nothing wrong with us. No, we have every right to feel the way we feel because you have pushed us this way. I would love not to consider race, but people like you won't let me. And then you have the audacity to turn the term racist around on me? Are you for real? And I wish they didn't beep out what you says, because I got some words too. See, I ain't that dude.
Careful.
So your punk ass ain't got to appreciate me or understand me. I really don't give a damn. As a matter of fact, I could give less than a bleep.
Okay,
the bleep. No.
We have another caller.
You don't sit up in here and call my email bag to straighten me out and don't think your ass gonna get some back.
All right, this caller's name is Walt B. As we move on, he wants to talk about the strawberry letter, the one we did last week about no touching in public.
Hey, Steve Harvey and the crew, how you doing? This is Walt B. from Georgia. I just wanted to leave a comment on this letter about the lady dating her pastor, and man, and you said it, Steve, absolutely right. As we all listening to this, it is so disgusting and just so, as I'm riding along listening, man, and it's just, I mean, no shame. She has no value for herself and just, no respect of God. Him being a pastor, and apparently he can't be called by God. He can't be a pastor after God's own heart, like the Bible says. He probably just put himself in that position. Or maybe he may be anointed. But however, I mean, he just abusing his title and, I mean, doing all the things he's doing. And then she really acts as if she's getting a thrill out of all this, And I pray and hope her husband is listening to the letter. And I hope that pastor's wife is listening to y'all radio show. And they soon be found out and busted for this. Because it's just so despicable. But I just wanted to say that. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.
Okay, then.
Hey, Walt B.,
Wrap
I
things
appreciate you, man. I agree with everything you say. Back to the races.
We got one more letter on the people.
Okay,
This touched
go
a
ahead.
nerve. No touching in public. Mellow Yellow had a comment. Steve.
Hey, Steve. Mellow Yellow here. About the strawberry letter, the lady with the pastor, they both married. I think she wants her husband to find out. That's why she wrote you the letter. Just say, hey, you never know. Don't know why, but anything's possible.
I guess it is with that. Anything is possible, man. It's just, I thought that letter was just, lady, are you kidding?
Disgusting. It was just disgusting. It was.
There was no level of righteousness on here.
Right.
In closing, to the racists
Here we go.
that called in,
We back to the first call.
I don't give a damn what you talking about, and I'm gonna keep saying what I'm saying. And I don't give a damn how you feel about me with your racist ass.
Yeah.
Sitting up in here creating all these situations and we supposed to be all right with it. Well, we ain't.
Yeah. And notice, he didn't leave a name.
At
Oh,
all.
coward ass. Just like all the rest of them. Man, hide behind your little bullshit.
All right.
Listen,
All right. I think you got it all out.
No, I ain't got all. Trust me, I ain't.
That's coming up.
You can play the call again if you want to. I got more.
Coming up next, it is Junior in for the nephew with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. And the subject is my grown stepson has to go. All right? Pretty self-explanatory, right? We'll get into it, though, in a little while. But right now, it is time for Junior in for the nephew. And he's got today's prank phone call. Junior, what's on the menu?
Here it is today. Nephew left it for us. Some people always ask this question. Guess who moving next door? Just guess. You already know. Guess who moving next door? Let's run it, Cat.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Mr. Is it Dolphin? Dolan. Mr. Dolan?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? My name is Clifford.
Yeah, what can I do for you, Mr.
You live at Cheshire Drive?
Why do you want to know that?
Well, actually, I'm at 1623. I actually bought the house that was for sale next door to you.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. But how did you get my number?
Well, actually, the realtor told me that he had your number because I said I wanted to reach out to the neighbors next door, and he told me that Mr. Dolan was actually the person next door, and he didn't think you would mind me actually getting the number.
Okay. Well, I'll talk with the realtor later. But what can I do for you, sir?
Well, what I wanted to know is, do you have any problems like living next door to black people?
I'm sorry. What did you just ask me?
I mean, like I said, I just bought the place next door, and I wanted to know, do you have any problems, living next door to black people?
No, sir. I have no problem. I'm assuming you're a black man, and I have no problem with that. I judge people by their actions, not their color.
Okay. Now, do you have any black people experience?
Well, yeah, I've worked with, gone to school with, have several friends of many different ethnicities. What is it? What's this? How is this relative?
Well, like I say, I'm gonna be living next to you, and I'm just making sure that you and I can coincide or coexist rather on the same block and not really have a problem with one another. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, do you have a problem with white people?
No, I don't have a problem with white people. I'm cool. I'm just trying to make sure, because me and you already have a bit of a problem already,
We do.
Yeah, we have a problem. I'm
bothering me while I'm at work. What's your problem?
Okay, well, my problem is that, after purchasing the property, I went downtown to the city and actually looked at, the layout of this entire property. And when I look at it, you actually 25, close to 30 feet over the property line.
Well, no, you're looking at the wrong map.
No. The fence that separates my backyard from your backyard, you are 30 feet over that.
That's impossible. No.
Listen, and I know this now. Let me. I'm gonna tell you how I look at. You got a jacuzzi in your backyard, right?
Oh, so you've been spying on me?
No, I haven't been spying on you, sir. I'm just telling you, close to that, not far from that fence line. Don't you have a jacuzzi there?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Yes.
Okay. Now the pool is okay, but if I push that fence line back 30 and actually get the property that I'm supposed to have, I pretty much own your jacuzzi, your hot tub.
I see. Okay. Let me tell you something. I've been in that house for 10 years. We put that fence up when we moved in, and it was based on the property line that was set 10 years ago. I don't know what you're looking at, but my fence is not moving. My jacuzzi's not moving, and there's no changing that.
Okay. Well, let me. I'm glad you voiced what you wanted to voice. Now you hear old Clifford out. Let me tell you something. Either we gonna take the fence line and move it where it's supposed to be, or we gonna put a gate between our 2 yards, and I'm gonna be able to come and get in this jacuzzi and pool whenever I want to.
All right, let's talk about this. First of all, there's not going to be any gate, okay? And as far as you just coming over and getting in the jacuzzi at will, I got a real problem with that. You've called me at work. I'm on the job, and I'm having to listen to this on a future neighbor who's making weird claims about how he owns part of my land. That.
I own the jacuzzi, sir.
No, you did not pay for that jacuzzi. You did not pay for that fence. You just showed up making you called me at work and then you hand me some story with no evidence. I'll go down to City Hall and look at those papers myself because I don't trust a word you're saying. I've been there for 10 years. I've had 10 other neighbors in that backyard. Y'all cycle through once a year, I swear, and I've never had any problems with them until you come along. This is some
Okay, well, I tell you what, here's something you need to understand. You got a new black neighbor, and you got a new black neighbor that owns your jacuzzi because you're over the fence line, all right? And as soon as I move in, I'm coming and I'm getting in my jacuzzi.
You will, man. You know what I mean? No, move into that.
I'm going to use the jacuzzi on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You get it on Tuesday, Thursday, and the weekend. That's it. Because part of this damn jacuzzi belongs to me. The jacuzzi is owned by a black man and a white man, and we're going to get along. Bottom line.
Look here. Listen here, you. Who are you to dictate what days I get to use my jacuzzi?
Because it's not just
coming over to my jacuzzi.
It's not just your jacuzzi. It's our jacuzzi because you built it. That's the only thing that makes it yours. It being on my part of the property helps make it mine. So therefore, we're going to share this damn jacuzzi, and we're going to try to get
in my jacuzzi. I'm tossing your across the fence.
I will be there Mondays, Wednesdays, and
you ain't gonna be. I'll be standing at my jacuzzi with a shotgun. You take one step over to my property line. I swear, if I could jump through this phone, I'd wring your neck.
You know who's going to be in there with me?
Who the going to be in there?
I'm going to have Cunningham in the damn jacuzzi. Who? Cunningham.
My coworker? What the?
Hey, man, this is Nephew Tommy, man. Your boy Cunningham got me to prank phone call you.
Payback to...
We got you, man. We got you.
You got me good.
Hey, I got one more thing to ask you, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Radio Show.
Wow.
All right. I know.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Well, Nephew play too much. He plays
way too much. He just be throwing them out here. And he's still walking around with no injuries. I just don't understand that. Just don't see how you just
he's the
be
king of
announcing
pranks.
where you're going to be. Yeah. Well, you know, it is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, so tonight I do have a town hall tonight. I will be discussing with people about living with sickle cell. We're doing it. You can go to cureshope.org/town hall to register. Want to see everybody in there. We're going to start taking a change to this thing, man. I've done something. I've 10x my mission. That's what I did, huh? I 10x'd it. I'm going to start creating a lifestyle for people with sickle cell, man. I'm 10x in the game. That's what I'm going to do. So it starts tonight with the town hall. I'll be doing this once a month.
When you say 10x, what does that mean?
Me just have a bigger vision, just growing it 10 times bigger.
10 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing these town halls once a month.
Junior?
Mm-hmm.
I know, excuse me for interrupting. I know you're going to talk about sickle cell, and that's a great cause. Will you take any questions on your new marriage? Because you know people want to know.
Well, if it's going to talk about me going into a crisis on the marriage, then that's about it.
Well, his spokesperson just said no. Were you speaking for him?
Yeah. No.
Your mentor, no. You're not taking any questions on your marriage because you don't know what the hell you're talking about right now.
Yeah. I can't take none. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, you're right, huh? I had a problem with the 15.
Congratulations, Junior, on your town hall tonight.
Yes,
all right,
tonight.
Coming up next, it is the Strawberry Letter, and the subject is my grown stepson has to go. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, sex, dating, work, parenting, whatever, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click that button that says Strawberry Letter. Submit Strawberry Letter, and we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here. Hear that? You never know. It could be yours. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Strawberry Letter with my great friend, Shirley Strawberry.
Okay, my great friend too, Junior. Thank you. Subject, my grown stepson has to go. Dear Shirley and Steve, I'm a successful 34-year-old married man, and I love my wife, but I'm miserable at home. My wife and I met just before COVID, and we've been married for 1 year. Our marriage was great until recently, and it's because of my 28-year-old stepson that won't move out of our home. My wife is 16 years older than I am. When we met, her man-child was living with her, and she told me it was a temporary arrangement only during the pandemic. By the time we got married and I moved in, my stepson was still living there and his pregnant girlfriend had moved in. Again, my wife said this was only temporary until their baby was born. Shortly after I moved in, my stepson lost his job and didn't tell us. We overheard his girlfriend yelling about him getting fired, and then she moved out. I understood that he might be ashamed, so I tried to give him a pep talk. He bowed up at me, and we almost got in a fight. I stay on my wife about pushing him out of the nest, and she always has an excuse for allowing him to stay. I hate to come home and see another man fixing a plate of food that I've worked hard for. I hate to see another man lying on my couch watching reality shows instead of looking for a job. I'm so glad that I didn't sell my house when we got married, because I may have to go back to my house and let her man-child run this one. The fighting is getting to me, and I told my wife that I might be moving out soon. She broke down in tears, but still didn't have sense enough to agree that it's time for her son to leave. Should I move out and let my wife figure out if she wants me or her son? Well, clearly she wants you because she married you. She just doesn't know how to handle this situation with her son. As a mom, she's struggling with kicking her son out. You know, she's thinking, this is my baby and all that. You know, I don't want to kick him out. Where's he going to go? And the mom isn't putting her marriage first. But in the letter, you did say he's 28 years old, right? So he's good and grown. Normally, I would say, don't leave. I would say don't leave your own home. But in this case, since you have another home and just to have some peace, you don't like the fighting, I say go. Your wife will put her sorry grown son out. She's not going to do it until she sees that you mean business, okay? And if you leave, that'll show her that you mean business. You know, you want him out of there. I would, I think it would be a little different, and perhaps you'd be a little more patient and understanding if he wasn't so lazy and disrespectful. Not to mention, he tried to fight you. You were trying to help him. He's not even trying to help himself at this point, and he won't because he's got it too good at home with mom right now. And this is him trying to mark his territory because he was there first. He doesn't realize the dynamics have changed now since the marriage. Your wife should have let him know that things would be different because she has a husband. She a new husband now. Things like, these are the things that change. Like he'll no longer be the man of the house, and that he has to respect her new husband. Okay, your wife is she continues to enable this man, and he's never going to leave as long as she does that. So you got to talk to your wife. I know you guys are newlyweds. You've been married a year. Let her know you want to set a date for her son to be gone. Then you guys have to talk to the son together. Let him know what you've decided. If that doesn't work, if he still doesn't leave, let her know that you're moving back to your own house until her son gets out. I mean, he's not even looking for a job, and he's expecting a child. His baby mama didn't even stick around for his foolishness. So why should you? Steve?
Wow. We have a couple of problems in this letter. First of all, when a man writes a letter, everybody, I want you to understand that he has reached his wit's end. Men don't write letters. And he wrote a good letter. It's well put. This ain't him being emotional. This ain't some guy crying. He got real problems. But there's a lot of things going on in this letter that some people will overlook, and I'm not going to do that. He's a 34-year-old married man. I love my wife, but I'm miserable at home. My wife and I met before COVID. We've been married for a year. Our marriage was great until recently, and it's because of my 28-year-old stepson that won't move out of our home. Now, remember, this guy ain't but 34. He now has a son that's 28. I want you to understand that dynamic because it's going to come into play. Here's the next thing, because this is an age issue. My wife is 16 years older than I am. Are you all listening here? You're 34. Your wife is 50. She has a 28-year-old son, and he's now your stepson, and you ain't but 34. All of this is in the underbelly of the problem. So when we met, her man-child was living with her. See, man-child. That's another term. So when I come back, I'm going to be very quick, and I'm going to point out to you everything that's wrong, and then I'm going to tell my man what I think he ought to do.
All right, Steve. All right. Coming up at 23 minutes after the hour, we will have part 2 of Steve's response to today's Strawberry Letter. My grown stepson has to go is the subject. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, my grown stepson has to go.
Well, he got to go. He too damn much. And it's creating a problem in the family. This is a 34-year-old man that's married to a woman who has a 28-year-old son. That's only a 6-year difference. And his wife is 16 years older than him. She's 50. All of this is the undercurrent of what's wrong in this letter. Now, when we met, her man-child, that's another term that's crazy. Her man-child was living with her, and she told me it was a temporary arrangement only during the pandemic. By the time we got married and I moved in, my stepson was still living there, and his pregnant girlfriend moved in. And then your wife said that was only temporary until their baby was born. And then shortly after you moved in, your stepson lost his job, and he didn't tell nobody. Then you overheard his girlfriend yelling at him about getting fired, and then she moved out. Everybody see what's wrong but the mama. You see what's wrong. The girlfriend see what's wrong. Then I understood that he might be ashamed, so you went in there and tried to give him a pep talk. He bowled up at me, and we almost got in a fight.
Ooh.
See, because he don't consider you his stepdaddy. You his peer that came in here and scooped up his mama. This little young dude in here got my mama. She sprung on this young boy. Now you in here trying to tell me what to do. I'm surprised y'all didn't fight. I stay on my wife about pushing him out of the nest, and she always got an excuse for allowing him to stay. She been enabling this boy his whole life. Mm-hmm. Now the girlfriend frustrated with him because I done got pregnant by this boy. You frustrated with him because he a man-child. And she keep making excuses for the man-child / boy / daddy. I hate to come home. Now, here's where the man is right at. I hate to come home, see another man fixing a plate of food that I worked hard for. That's real. I hate to see another man lying on my couch watching reality shows instead of looking for a job. That's real. I'm so glad I didn't sell my house when we got married because I may have to go back to my house and let her man-child run this one. See, it can't be but two kings in the castle. See that, and there can only be one queen in the castle. Most women ain't gonna let another woman come in their house and run nothing. Nothing. I don't care if she just visited, and a woman ain't even got to be married. You're not finna come in my house and run nothing. The fighting is getting to me, and I told my wife I might be moving out soon. She broke down in tears, but still didn't have sense enough to agree that it's time for her son to leave. Should I move out and let my wife figure out if she wants me or her son? Well, I would. That's what I do. I'd let her make the choice because I'm not going to keep making the choice. I'm not going to keep coming home miserable. I'm not going to keep coming home supporting this boy. I'm not finna do that. He's enabling her. Shirley, you made a statement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is what you made that the mother is saying. And you're right. She probably telling the man, well, where is he going to go?
Right, as a mom. Yeah,
you know, he's 28. Where is he going to go? Well, I'll tell you where he's going to go. He can go to work.
Yeah.
That's where he need to go. Instead of sitting up in here laying on the couch watching TV.
What is that? At 28?
Man, please. Look, man, marriage is a contract between two people that have to form a two-handed circle. Your wife keep wanting to put her son in the circle. Her son is obviously incapable of running a proper relationship. He can't even keep his girlfriend happy. She gone. Now, he's a father-to-be. What is he trying to do about that? Don't seem like nothing because he watching TV or laying on the couch and making plates. I'm not going to do that. I'll go to my house, stay there. Mm-hmm. You know, now you can come over here and live with me and leave your man over there, but then I'm not paying for that house that he's staying in. The pandemic is over with. You got to go get a damn job. I don't care if you working, clicking Zoom buttons or whatever. It's a job out there, but I'm not paying for you. And that's all I have to say about this letter. And the woman is dead wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the baby mama is out. That should let her know something right there.
Right.
She does not want to be with the trifling 28-year-old father of her child. Mm-mm. Yeah. All right. Well, Steve, I think, we said it all for this one. You can post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to please check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, let's see, Junior, what's it going to be? You got questions?
Yeah, I got a question about what Unc just said. Okay. I heard there's a lot to write down. I need time.
All right.
God, he's saying a lot today.
We'll deal with that. We'll deal with this at 46 minutes after the hour. The newly married Junior has some questions for Uncle Steve right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, normally it would be Junior with sports talk here, but Junior, this is more like marriage talk now.
Yeah, because
we done got ourselves into a little situation over the weekend. Damn this sports.
Yeah, I need some help right there. You saying a lot, because you said just the last segment, I'm just new at this marriage thing, and I want to get it right. I really do want to get it right.
Like you just got married.
Marriage is a two-handed circle formed between two people. You was saying that. It's just a contract. Would you mean like just only them two make the decisions? That's why you
Marjorie and I have made a commitment to one another. We've formed a two-handed circle, and we don't let nobody in that circle make a decision. Our children don't make decisions. Me and her, not about us. Now, they're old enough to make decisions about their own life. But you can't get in this circle. You don't vote in here. We don't have a democracy at our house. We have a dictatorship.
Dictatorship.
Yeah, we have dictatorship.
Okay,
and now, Junior, don't think you gonna be the dictator.
Wait a minute. You just said that. We have a dictatorship, but you just not
We
the
have a dictatorship. You the ship.
With a P.
Ship. You the ship. Okay.
You the ship.
Yeah.
The dictator is your wife. You the ship.
Okay.
She load everything on there and you carry it away.
So like what is your responsibility? Like what do you have to do in the dictatorship? You tell the kids what they gonna do?
Well, I'm the enforcer. I'm the heavy. I enforce the laws and the rules. I am the provider.
Amen.
That's just my job. I honor that. I accept it. It's my privilege. Now, a lot of men don't agree with that, but you may be in a situation you don't have to be the sole provider, but you're going to have to be a damn provider now. You can't just scoot up to the table. You got to bring something to the table.
Hello.
So I'm not saying that all women need to be at the house sitting down and letting a man take care of them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a man has to be a provider. You got to do something, dog.
Yeah.
You can't have your girl going out the house, you sitting your ass at the house. Ain't nobody finna do that and playing this reindeer game with you.
Okay.
Your job as a man is to be a provider. You don't have to be the biggest money earner, but you got to be a earner.
Okay. I got
And
that.
so
part
here's what I do for my wife. I offer her financial security and I offer her security. I am her protector. You don't want to talk to somebody on the phone? Give me the phone to me. Somebody say something to you and you don't like it? Tell me what they said. Go on over there and wait in the car.
Yeah.
I got all this. I take all that on.
Coming up at the top of the hour. Thank you, guys. We'll talk about a man who says his brother wants to exhume his dad's body. We'll find out why right after this. What?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, Steve. So Derek on Facebook wrote, a month ago, we held a funeral for my father, whom my brother and I loved so much. My brother had a Rolex watch that my dad always admired and joked about stealing from him. So at the funeral, my brother put the watch in the casket and we sent him on his way. So now my brother is having second thoughts and wishes he had the watch back. And now he's asking me if I know anyone who could exhume the casket so he can retrieve his watch. Not only does it feel wrong on every level, but I'm not even sure it's legal and I don't want any part of it, okay? I'm out.
Well, then don't. You know, you can't have regrets about stuff like that. It's a Rolex watch, man. It's all right. You can get another one. You think I want to watch now after it's been in there with this? I know it's your dad, and I'm not trying to sound disrespectful.
Right.
But your dad is gone on. That was just his body that he had. But you think I want this watch that's been in there on the
Crazy.
court? Yeah. I got to get the watch
You
clean
scared,
now.
Steve?
Yeah. I got to get this watch clean now because I got all the dead skin on it. What you think I'm going to put this watch on? And every time I look at it, I know whose arm it was on. Or did you lay it in the casket? Man, you must be out your mind.
Let it go. It was a moment.
Man, you need to let that go, man, and honor the moment.
Yeah. Absolutely. You did the right thing in the moment.
Huh?
How long is he at that casket? Once he do get it exhumed, trying to get that watch out of there?
What I want to know, who gonna stick their hand in there and get it?
Yeah.
What brave soul. Yeah, we don't do that.
You mean you finna open that casket?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me make sure I understand what you're talking about. What do exhume mean?
Get clarity.
Cause I know you ain't talking about. Hold on, man. So you gonna wait a minute. You gonna lift the casket out the ground. We're gonna knock all the dirt off of it. Then you gonna pull it out.
Yeah.
You gonna use bungee cords or what? I don't even care.
Bungee cord.
You know, Home Depot, you got to go down there and get them straps.
Yeah.
Because Mama and them had to get some straps when we moved that couch that time on top of your Prius.
Yeah.
Okay? So now we gonna get the casket out, right?
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be sitting there. Now the watch is in there. Right?
Right. Yeah.
You mean somebody gonna open that lid?
Yes. Yeah. And that watch is in there.
So for me, what exhume mean at that point is, as soon as they open it, I'm gonna exit. I'm gonna exhume. That's what that means to me. Okay, now they get it open.
Right.
Okay.
No, we still there.
We still standing.
Still standing there.
We have
And there go Daddy.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling you, man. He ain't gonna look the same.
No.
Yeah.
And now that watch that you laid in there, and probably slid under.
So now you gotta lift the body, the corpse. You gotta lift
Move
it or something. Move it.
You see where I'm going with this here? And who you think gonna move Daddy leg out the way you get that watch? Man, you must be out of here, man.
No, bad idea.
Yeah.
All right.
To your brother. No.
Yeah. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, in trending weird news, guys, Douglas Ramsey, you may not know him by that name, but Douglas Ramsey is the Chief Operating Officer, the CEO of Beyond Meat. I'm sure you've had Beyond Meat before. Well, he's been arrested for taking a bite out of a man's face. Okay, he's been charged with terroristic threatening to kill, a third degree battery. Ramsey and another driver escalated their road rage and bumper-to-bumper traffic, leaving the University of Arkansas Razorback Stadium parking lot. Ramsey got upset at the Subaru driver creeping into his exit lane. He jumped out of his SUV, punched through the back windshield of the Subaru, and smacked the driver. The two men fought until the cops arrived. The police report indicates that Ramsey bit the Subaru owner's nose, ripping the flesh on the tip. What? So he
And that's what you really call Beyond Meat.
Yeah.
I guess that damn plant-based was no longer good enough. We gonna,
oh, no.
And we don't want to do cow or pork. And we tired of plant-based.
Uh-huh. All right.
And they're going to shorten it and call it cannabis burger.
No, thank you.
That's going to be a big seller, though, because they're going to think it's cannabis. So.
Ew. Coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, we'll
I
play
want to
around
apologize
with
for
Would You
the
Rather.
joke I just did. It wasn't King of Comedy quality level, and I just want to apologize.
You want to do over?
Yeah, no, I'm going
Would
to
you
leave it in
rather
there,
right
but
after.
I'm going to just apologize.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Would You Rather, guys. Would you rather get back together with your ex or have to listen to Christmas
B.
songs only for a year. Only Christmas songs for a whole year.
Oh, I like that. Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
Every day, all day.
Bells will be ringing.
Yeah.
Charles Brown.
This Christmas, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, this Christmas. Oh.
The temptation of everything.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
mind.
Luther Christmas.
Yeah.
Get back to
Oh,
together
hell
with
yeah.
your ex. Okay.
Well, you might be out your mind.
And Junior just got married.
Yeah. Tell him.
I'd rather listen to heavy metal for a year.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to, would you rather be given $1 million, $1 million tomorrow, or $10 million 10 years from now?
I'll take the 10.
10 years from now?
Yeah.
That's 10 minutes.
So you gonna wait 10 years too, Junior?
Absolutely.
Till
that's not
tomorrow
promised.
for me.
Yeah.
You said you
I ain't
got to
mad
have
at
it, Carla.
you, but I understand that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. The average person is going to take that million tomorrow, and that is the best decision.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is absolutely the smart decision.
Yeah, because
Take that
Friday
million
here.
tomorrow.
Yes.
But if I could
All
take
right.
that $1 million and in 10 years it's 10,
Uh-huh.
oh, my man.
All right. Would you rather let a spider climb all over you, or would you rather let a snake slither across you?
Oh, we're going to get this damn spider.
Spider.
All day.
We're going
I
to
know
get this
your
spider.
answer,
We're
Carla.
not doing this damn
Snake.
snake. I'm going to tell you this
And
right
never.
now. No, slither.
Yeah, I didn't say it was
You don't
a
even
poisonous
understand.
snake.
The shaking and crying.
I would faint.
I can't do this, man.
No.
Just slither.
Sliding your ass across me, man. I don't know if
Ooh,
you ever you know
Lord.
what that feel like.
No, I don't. I don't.
No,
All
I
right.
can't do that.
Would you rather swim in the ocean at night knowing a shark could be nearby?
B.
Yeah.
Okay, B, already. You haven't even heard it. Spend the night in a house that you believed was haunted.
Oh,
B.
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 Oh, yeah.
I
B.
can argue back with this ghost.
You
I
take,
can
you
argue.
Yeah.
take the ghost.
Yeah, me and this ghost gonna work through some things. But out there in that black ass water with that shark,
No. No.
no. And I can't swim good. Hell no.
Yeah. This is easier, Carla. Slam another door.
Yeah.
That's what you telling the ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. We
I
can
do
deal
this
with
all night. This is me all night. Give a damn.
that. No.
He touching me. He touching me.
I love it. Steve scream.
Yeah.
I know.
You scream
I know.
like that? Oh, yeah.
Man, what is this? Why is you rubbing
All
my
right, guys,
ass? Stop it.
That's today's round of Would You Rather. Coming back at 49 minutes after the hour with Steve Harvey's closing remarks in our last break of the day right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day. And it's been a good day. Steve, you got a little heated when we had our voicemail messages to you earlier today. It was the first one was from this racist caller from Texas. He was upset about our discussion on voting. He didn't like it.
Play
You
it.
want to hear it? Here it goes.
I'm here in Texas. Listen to what y'all saying about all you black Republicans and blah, blah, blah. Y'all some racist. Like, you think voting for a hair-sniffing fool is going to benefit your race only? Even if that was true, you're racist completely. That's all I got to say.
No. See, that's not all you have to say. You know, it amazes me how people, and you could tell who he was. You could tell he was a Texan. You could tell by his voice who he was. And you people, you know, you got a lot of nerve calling somebody racist when you create an atmosphere filled with nothing but racism. And if we not all okay with it, then we have to become racist. And yeah, we talk about voting because your voting has racist policies, because voter suppression stems from racism, because you can't honor the vote the way it is. So you come up with voter suppression. And you know why you want voter suppression, Mr. Texas caller? Because you want the minority to control the majority. And you do it by stopping them from voting by using oppressive tactics. I don't care if you think I'm racist, because I'm not. But I do have the right to respond to racism. See, if you give it to me, I'm supposed to take it and not say nothing about it. And the moment I say something about it and point it out, now I'm racist. Am I really? Or is it you that don't understand why anybody like me would feel the way I feel? Because you don't see nothing wrong with it. You know why? Because it's just a regular day at the office for you. See, you get to live your life any kind of way you want to and be anything you want to. You can walk anywhere you want to. You ain't getting on the elevator being the only one, the escalator being the only one. You don't even know what it feels like. So to have any empathy or sympathy or whatever the damn correct word is, I don't expect any for you. But you calling me racist, that don't hurt me at all. And then when I give it back to you, now you want to call it out as racist. No, man. Your ass is the racist. You the racist, man. I'm reacting to racism. See, you can't call that being a racist. My reaction to you, my reaction to your call, even you listening to the radio show getting mad at me for telling people to vote and calling out black Republicans for voting the way they vote, because I know the trick you're using. See, you the minority trying to control the minority. But what better flip than to make an actual minority feel like they one of you? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's the ultimate trick master. That's the ultimate masquerade. You, the minority, convince a real, actual racial minority that they are now a part of you when you don't give a damn about us nowhere in the history of this country. But you want me to give the black Republican a pass. A pass for what? Because, look, man, I don't disagree with everything Republicans say. And I don't agree with everything Democrats say. Let's be clear about that, if you want to know the fact. But if I have to pick a side, I have to pick a side that makes it better for the masses. And the masses ain't the minority. See, brother, I know the trick of the Republican Party. So you stand on welfare reform. You stand on immigration. You stand on abortion. You stand on anti-gay rights. Okay? Let's talk about this for a second. That's what you stand on. Republicans are gay people too. Herschel Walker is a proclaimed Republican. Does he have any gay family members? So how solid is his stand really? Because if you're willing to accept your gay family member, why would you not give them rights as a human being? Let's talk about abortion for a second. Roe versus Wade. Do not Republicans get abortions? Do not women Republicans have the right to decide what to do with their body just like the Democrat or the liberal? You don't think they want that choice? I think they do. But now we got a bunch of old-ass white men voting for it when they can't make a baby or nothing of the sort. And then let's talk about your immigration law. Oh, y'all want to protect the border. Y'all want immigration laws. Y'all the ones hiring them. See these fields of picking fields with all this food in it, all these farms, all this construction industry, all of this labor in these restaurants that you all own. You all own the fields, the construction companies, and the restaurants. If you didn't have that labor force, you'd have to close. And last but not least, let's talk about welfare. It's more white people on welfare than anybody. Case closed. So now, when you take a black person who is a minority and you convince them to be on your side, you pull the master trick. Problem is, Steve Harvey ain't falling for the master trick. So you can miss me. Don't ever call my show no more with that unless you want to get on the radio and have an open debate. And the cussing you did on there will be allowed in the debate. Now, that's my